Hi and welcome. Today we're going to do something very cool. It's a bit of a blues piece, it's a bit of a Hendrix piece, it's a bit of a mashup, and it's using the major pentatonic scale in E. Okay, we're going to dive straight into it. It's really cool. Okay, we'll play the E major chord, and then we're going to play some of these little licks like this. Okay, so together that sounds like this. And then we're going to mix it up by doing something like this. Combined, it's really cool. You get this sort of thing. Okay, very major pentatonic sound. It's a little bit Hendrix-inspired. I'm going to teach you how to do it and put it together as a little 12-bar blues piece. Okay, so you got a bit of a Hendrix-y blues style piece, which is a lot of fun. You know, who can beat that? Right, Hendrix and the blues, two amazing things together. Okay, so E major. And then what we're going to do is play, I'm not going to talk about the theory too much, but it's just major pentatonic notes in the key of E, and it's 2 4 2 4 2 4 on the low E, A and D strings. That's your scale shape. So you're going to play the bass note of the E chord, which is the open low E string, then strum the chord, okay, and then you can run through those 6 notes. Okay, that's all I'm doing, okay, adding a bit of rhythm to it, but if you want, just get comfortable playing the notes. Okay, and then back to the E. But the lick that I'm doing, well, it's more of a riff, but, you know, it's on the bass strings, is this. Okay, so it's 2 4 hammer on the low E, 2 4 on the A, hammer on, and then 2 on the D, so you got, and then back to 4 on the A, 2 on the A. Okay, so 2 4 on the low E, 2 4 on the A, 2 on the D, 4 2 on the A. That's the low bit. Then it's nice to vary it by having some higher notes. And what we're doing the second time is doing this. It's nice and simple. That same notes played on the top 2 strings. It's just 4 on the high E, 2 on the high E, open high E, and then open B, hammer on to fret 2 of the B with open high E. Okay, you don't have to play the open high E if you don't want. So it'd be like that. 4 2 0 on the high E, 0 2 on the B, open high E. You get a nice melody there. With any of these things, if you want to transition from the chord to the lick, you can add an open string to help you. So if I don't transition, it sounds like this. It's a little bit, needs something in there in the middle, and that's just an open high E string. Here. Then I did a lick. So smoothly. It's just that open high E string transitions you from chords to licks. It's a really cool thing about the guitar. Open strings do that really well. So you can put the 2 ideas together. You know, you don't have to do exactly like me. Use it as a template and experiment. Okay, then you can switch it up and do it on the A chord, okay? Hit the open A string, strum the A chord. Okay, and then this time your notes could be 2 4 2 4 2 4 on the A, D and G strings. Okay, that just sort of aligns the notes with the A chord. But you don't have to do that. You can play the first 6 notes as you did before. That sounds sweeter that way. So you got this. Okay, or you can do the same lick as before, okay? And then again with the A chord, the second time you do that little lick, okay? And in a 12-bar blues, you did the E for 4 bars, the A for 2 bars. So the first 6 bars would be like this. Okay, then you go back to the E for 2 bars. Okay, then you go to the B for a bar. A. And then to the E. And you can end it with a little bit more of a blues scale riff there. That's the whole idea, really. You know, you could just jam it and have some fun. When I did the B, I did a B power chord, okay, which is fret 2 of the A string, 4 of the D and G. Then I just played around with fret 2 on the high E and B with the open high E and B. Those notes, okay? It's just simple because you only have 1 bar of the B chord in the 12-bar blues, so you don't want to hang around on it too long. So you've basically got into the A, and then into the E, and then finally the E, 3 on the low E, open A, 1 on the A, 2 on the A. So put all that together now for a little bit of a jam to make sort of sense of it all. Because there's nothing worse than when you just learn little fragments and you think, how do I put all that together? And I say that every time I seem to watch a YouTube video. So it's nice to have something, a bit of a cohesive sort of whole. So you can try this, okay? Try it with me if you want. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's just a bit of a random jam, but it's fun. You know, I like the Hendrix-y sound. Done another video specifically on playing the Hendrix-style using that major pentatonic, and there's a video here you can check out now. But if you want more from me, go to fingerstyle101.com/free and you'll find some really cool stuff. Hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment below and cheers, bye.